Welcome back, everyone, to our little time loop game of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. The party last left off, they did a fair bit of shopping, acquiring items and gear for the upcoming levels. Well, I guess for their current level, and any upcoming hardships within it. As it took a fair bit of time, the only other things that occurred were Emarina, Pip, and Scrapsy took a trip to try and figure out who a recruiter is, a particular area of the city for a recruiter for the cult they are trying to get information on. And while they found a suspect, they have they're not particularly sure if he is or is not. After which they returned to a restaurant next to Simple Kazo, where Stagger has been given permission to make use of the kitchen facilities to cook a meal that they had promised the two drow members of the Pricks gang that they subdued the previous day. And I believe that's it.
Everybody likes a home-cooked meal. Makes everybody friends, if not family. Yes. Kip, did you finish the dish you wanted to add to the menu?
Should just about do it.
What do you call this?
This is the first thing that popped into my head. Baba Ganoush.
Baba Ganoush. I've not had this mixture of eggplants before. It smells wonderful.
Oh, it is, I assure you. It goes on to wax poetic about how delicious it is.
All right. I think we're about ready to serve, and the time should be nearing. Let's bring it out.
Alright, so I have an embarrassing request. I seem to have not written their names down anywhere.
Did we ever learn
Which I
their
usually
names?
don't make that mistake.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
I don't think we learned their names.
No.
Well, that
We
sucks.
just
Because I had them. They were on the screens the entire time. The entire time after after the fight was over.
Did you delete them off the board and then not make them unique?
I believe that is what happened. I'm gonna go double check that board for a second.
Good.
There are so many people in here.
There are. I wonder if they're all going to be expecting to enjoy this meal we're sharing with the drow. I hadn't planned for
We
that.
may have made enough for them.
Well, that's kind of true. I did take a little extra time and ingredients. It was all those eggs.
5 dozen eggs, you said?
I mean,
No,
it
3
started
dozen
as
eggs.
4, but then we grew up.
Why do you need so many anyways?
I was making a miniature temple of Gazo out of eggs.
Feels a bit weird to eat a temple, but okay.
I'm sure they all have no objections.
Sometimes
Unless they don't like eggs.
Who doesn't like eggs?
Uh,
I didn't for a while.
They're
got
fresh.
sick after eating some.
Oh, do
But
not
doesn't
hide
them for
any eggs anywhere.
what?
If I find out there's an egg hidden here, someone's going to get in trouble. So are these just regular patrons, or do they know something?
They are regular patrons.
Okay.
You weren't like in sole command of the patron. You were just kind of borrowing the space for a little bit, wherever you could squeeze things in.
Well, I like these 2 tables. That should be enough for our group. It's also the shortest distance to carry the food.
Alright, well, I don't have those names.
Rats.
So, unless you happen to have pressed tab at some point during that session, those are lost to time. So I'm gonna go pull up where I think I got them originally and see if I can make new ones. Because I'm bad at names.
That base. You know, have I tested what happens to Pip when they lie down? We're gonna find out. Sideways.
You just can't win.
It's not the weird shit Kierna did. Doing a whole ass backflip.
Time loop 4, time loop 6, time loop 5.
If you find one that turns on, that lays down how you like, there is a way to use morphs to get it to lay down how you like, but it's kind of janky.
Right? Yeah, janky, and that I think it didn't eventually like get infected, such that like even with starting with the token,
You just have to redo it each session
yeah, that's
because it's based off of whatever it loads up first. That's your backflip. But if you then morph to something else, you can still keep the old one.
I'm balancing on
But
my
if you're on
stack.
the morph you like that doesn't have the lay down animation you want, and you load at the board, then you're back to need to reset it.
I don't think I hit tab at any point.
Yeah, I didn't think you did, which is why
I'm scrolling through the video, waiting to see if I see any flash of names appear above anyone ever. And it's not happening. So there's just never a moment. I just have not been using tab at all. It's sometimes, sometimes I'm a tab user, but apparently not in these couple sessions.
that is fine.
One of
Here's
the people
where I
in this
probably pulled
tavern
things
has a
from.
name.
What?
One of the people in this tavern has a name.
Yep.
Not the drow, though.
That's because they're not there yet.
Yep.
Alright. I almost certainly pulled from here, so I should update sort of the suggestion names. And go from there.
Oh,
What
Suna.
happens if someone from the family sees these people?
Probably it's gonna be okay as long as they see them with us.
Do we go meet them outside then?
I mean, the family doesn't own this establishment, do they? Maybe they do.
It's
It's-
possible, but
it's not
not a
unreasonable.
guarantee.
All right,
Since they
yeah,
are,
no,
like,
I
two
agree
doors
with Pip.
down.
Let's meet them out front. I agree with Pip.
Yeah, 1 second away.
I love it.
Wow, I just went over the door
Yeah, sometimes that's how how you do it.
and then stomped.
All right, nope, so sorry. It wasn't a thing that happened. I need to, look up how to add commands to Nightbot and things so that I can just do, quick short commands to get it to put up things like, don't talk to the streamer, they're not gonna talk back. They're not paying attention to the stream.
Would be good. Where's this?
Thank you for your input. Unfortunately, the screamer is not paying attention to you or anything.
Yeah. On days when Wyndon pops in, he's always like, I'm gonna put in a message, and then I'm gonna see how long it takes, and he'll be like, 2 minutes. I'm like, fuck off.
I used to do that too. It's fun. My favorite version of that is I've seen a streamer that like, puts out a message. The streamer is rated OB for Oblivious.
It's on the other monitor, and I'm thinking about what's on this monitor.
I really need to get new monitors.
Yeah, you do.
Other than that. I know. When we go to Costco, I'll go to Best Buy too.
Wait a minute. I don't know why I was... Damn it. I popped up the last stream, and I made sure to immediately mute it. But it's like, why did I bother with that? My stream is only picking up audio from specific windows. So if a new window starts playing audio, it doesn't pick it up, and it's coming out my headphones, so it's not like the mic can get it. I could have been listening to the old stream.
Yes. These were the two models I used to. I used to know that.
Alrighty. Well, I don't know their names.
What the fuck?
They're Hecla and Jared.
Oh.
Like, okay. I feel like the pirate just said rogue, though.
It did for the combat sessions. Well, after that combat ended between sessions, I went and gave them actual names because there was going to be extensive conversation, it seemed.
Gotcha.
But now none of that matters because I lost the names and you guys never saw them.
Look,
Oh, fuck.
I was distracted by a
No,
giant.
you're fine. I just find it both hilarious and annoying.
Well, I do recommend doing what I did, which is to make yourself like a Google Sheet, you know, which is like an Excel spreadsheet, and then just start filling in character names with that. I broke them down by location and put a little short description next to it. It's just an easy way to keep a list.
I might do that, but at this point, since I also know SQL, and I put it in an actual database so I can search it.
Oh, Hailspire did a great thing.
No.
Alright, so they officially have names.
Galadriel
I'm
and
not super
Variel.
happy with.
I like it.
I'm not super happy with them, but their names.
I like Varial anyway. I like both of them.
I
You
like
just
both,
like it
but Variel
because
just
it
sounds a bit
feels
too-
familiar.
I just
I
don't
mean-
like. I don't like Varial because it sounds a bit too feminine when I need them both to be male because they're drow and that has connotations.
Hmm. Fair enough.
True. I also thought we were in fact dealing with a male and a female drow, but that makes more sense that we were not.
I mostly picked this token for the crossbow, which happens
Oh,
to
yeah.
be accompanied by boobs.
Look at that. They does have a crossbow.
Anywho, so sorry for that additional delay. But your two the bricks have arrived. We'll put it that way.
Show of hands, more things in this world should be accompanied by boobs. I'm gonna take that as showing hand.
I was just waving to the pricks.
Right. Okay. Whatever you say.
I didn't even hear what you said before. More things should come with boobs. I just thought you were making a statement. Which I don't necessarily agree with, or disagree with rather,
Whoa.
but the word's real good, okay, I'll have you know.
So,
Sunday is the day. Wait, Sunday? Saturday is the day for words and raw good.
Real good. Always.
so
No.
Adriel will be is speaking. So see, we got the place right. Is the food
Yes.
ready?
Indeed it is. If you will follow us inside, we've all contributed a little bit to this meal. We also have some items to return to you once we're in.
I think I take a couple steps to the doorway. What's everyone's past perceptions? Just to make sure I have the numbers right.
That's definitely a number I have. Passing.
14, I want to
16.
say.
Wait, with passive, do we add a 10 to it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then 18.
14.
And Thomas?
I think it's 19.
Where'd he go? Thomas?
Yeah, it's just what the fuck is everything here?
19 seems right. I think I just found my initiative list, which should have his perception on it.
Where did I put
Yeah,
that?
expertise.
So-
Or expert.
Everyone but Pip.
Rude.
Look, you missed it by 1. Gain a level and you'll be fine.
Damn it.
We'll notice after you guys take a couple steps in that the pricks have stopped following you, and
Wait, but I'm
Sagart's-
standing here.
I was under the impression that like everyone was going in. But regardless, well, maybe you get distracted by someone who's in there. It shouldn't matter on the whole. Just finish that. So like, you'll see. So Sagart and
Marina.
Scrapsy will notice that
Hmm.
they've like pulled back and it's kind of like pushing themselves up against the wall. Like they're very actively trying to stay out of someone's line of sight.
There isn't any food out here. A little difficult to eat it from here.
He's gonna like grab you by the shirt and pull you closer.
I don't like where this is going. I'm very small and easy to pull. Hup. Yes.
He's gonna whisper, "The guy in there, full table on the left. That's the guy, the one you wanted to know about."
The recruiter for the cult.
Okay.
Wow. Well, that makes our life a lot easier. Does he know you?
Don't know, but associate. But like, look, I don't want to start trouble. I don't want to get in trouble.
Pip goes and peeks in around the door.
Well,
Hey,
Well, we're
that's the guy
just
we
having
saw.
dinner.
yes.
It's not like
But
we're
he
gonna
also
punch
said he
them.
might not be the guy we saw.
It's fine.
Why wouldn't he be? Also, like once he pulls you in, like he's not gonna like keep pulling you. He just needs to get you like out of. Like doesn't mean to be an obvious conversation with someone who people can't see.
Yeah, huh. Gotcha. Just pulls me out of line of sight. Gotcha. Anyway, what was I going to say? Look, what's your name?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
What's your name? My name is Galadriel.
Paladriel.
Galadriel. Galadriel. As long as he doesn't know you or your brother here, then all we're doing is having a nice meal together. And now we have more of the information that I was hoping to get from you anyway, so we can talk about other things. And my friend here, I'm gonna nod to Scrapsy, can keep an eye on him. You won't get into any trouble. I'll see to it, personally. We're family here.
Roll persuasion. Something advantage isn't super a thing in this edition. Add 2.
Alrighty.
I want to assist.
Okay.
Nice.
What do you do or say to help with the convincing that this is all going to be fine?
I nod reassuringly.
Okay, you assist by adding +0.
Performance is not what I need. I need persuade. Wait,
Sorry, it's it's diplomacy. Sorry.
Diplomacy. It's back to being called diplomacy again. I am in 3-5. Okay, with a
Yes.
+2 on that is going to be an 18.
All right. He's still going to be very wary of the others, but he'll decide to put some trust in you.
We're all just here for a meal and a nice time together. Just don't make eye contact or give him any reason to think you think more of him than any other passerby. That goes with a lot of you except Scrapsy. You can keep an eye on our new friend, right?
Yeah, can do.
Very good. Well then, let us all... kind of again, gives a look at Scrapsy just for a moment, his eyes narrowing slightly, he goes, eat.
Oh, and so you're not exact. So Sagar, you, since you weren't at the original thing, you don't know exactly which guy it is. You
Yeah.
do know what table,
Yeah.
but he specifically never pointed, never like poked his head around to like be able to accurately tell you which person it is.
Yeah, no, that's
Well,
fine.
everyone
But I
else,
figure if he's
would be aware.
eating with a bunch of people there, they're all suspect. So we'll just keep an eye on all of them. And by we, I mean as somebody who's good, better at stealth and concealing the fact that they're, watching that table. Like our rogue, Scrapsy.
I'm gonna, make casual conversation as we walk by. It's like, so how was your journey out here?
With your two new friends, or
Yes.
no trouble? Though feel a bit naked without my equipment.
Well,
Well, I think we'll be fixing that soon. But first, sweet! I've been working very hard all day for this. It's very excited.
No, remind me, what's on the menu? Oh, I remember it sounded good.
what? Something about sounding good? Armor?
He said, remind me, what's on the menu?
Oh.
Because all I remember is that it sounded good.
Yes. Well, actually, imagine that we would have quite the spread laid out here, and more to come as room is made at the table. So it's take of whichever plate interests you. Like I said, everybody in my group has put a little time and love into these dishes. Pip
There's
made.
plenty of eggs.
Hmm?
Like, plenty. Like, too many eggs. Eat.
So many eggs.
I put a lot of love into the diorama of the Temple of Kazo.
It jiggles a
And
little.
no-
I don't think I've ever seen eggs hold their shape that well.
It's all about mixing the whites properly to get the proper amount of stick, if you will.
Do you have your own private farm or something? Do you know there's this many eggs in the city at all? Not all in one spot.
Oh, we've just got a little bit of money to throw at a problem like that. The problem of not having enough eggs.
How much does this cost? You seem more just trying to work the figures of more the expense of it than anything else at the moment.
Got it while we were shopping for other things, so... Ooh, we're in the range of 30 to 50 gold pieces. Enough to feed a farmer for a year.
He quietly nods at that.
But Kazo provides. This will feed many, even if we don't all finish it. He just kind of gestures lazily at the rest of the room. I'll make it available, the leftovers, to anyone here.
And something that the lot of you will, well, they'll notice that Forrest mentioned, while you might expect people to kind of give Drow a side eye, everyone in this room doesn't really seem to care either way.
Everyone just
So-
takes it in stride. Do we...
So while that is an uncommon reaction, that is kind of the state of things here.
Is my character used to that?
You would be. With the time you spend in the city and other factors, you know that almost certainly this is kind of the effect of your temple being next door.
Yeah.
Like, not magically, but like of their teachings and kind of their way of thinking spread.
Yeah, it's the neighborhood.
Yep.
I imagine they're kind of looking around suspiciously, wondering why no one is trying to kick them out.
I don't think they notice it first, because they're usually keeping their heads down, but eventually their hackles are going to start rising and they have no clue why. And it's for like the complete opposite reason.
Mm.
It's like something's going to feel off to them, but it's positive, which they don't know what to do with.
Yeah. Like I said, Kazo provides, and anyone here who wants some will be welcome to what we do not eat. None of it will go to waste, and it will be chalked up to the temple's contribution to the neighborhood.
Yeah. Didn't have to go fishing around your own pockets, huh?
Oh, no, I certainly paid for a portion of it, but the temple saw this as a worthy cause.
How loudly are you speaking, out of curiosity?
I'm trying to keep things like low enough that anybody at least at that table over there isn't going to know what we're saying.
Alright. Well, then since someone at one of the culture tables is going to be taking a particular interest, you'll hear Suna say, "You're certainly right, you do." As you know, she is kind of like the high priest of the temple.
Ah, High Priestess, I didn't see you there. Please,
And that's why she's the name broken, because she's run into her.
if there is aught that we have made here that interests you, feel welcome to take a portion for yourself. Can I interest you in meeting our new friends? They are not at this time adherents, but who knows where the end of the night will land us. If you will, this is Caladrel, and, I'm sorry, sir, I didn't ask your name yet.
Variel.
Variel. Met them downtown yesterday, and our crisscrossed situations led me to believe that a meal was in order.
Any friend of yours' acquaintance I'm happy to make. Oh. Sure, get a little closer and like hold out a handshake. I'm Suna, Priestess of Kazo. Happy to meet you. And like, they're just kind of look at me a little stunned for a second. It's like, right, handshakes, those are a thing.
They've had a rougher go of things in the streets before now. I am attempting to show them that there are parts of the city and those living there that are more kind, looking out for one another, as Kazo teaches.
Well, seem you're doing good work to me, but you have food to eat, and I have my own table to get to. Have a nice evening, and if you two wish to meet or talk later, I'd be happy to see you.
Your presence is always greatly appreciated, High Priestess Suna. I will be in to speak with you later tonight, I am certain.
She'll nod at that and return to her table.
Well, please, please, do not restrain yourselves on my account or any of ours. Dig in, whatever looks good. More is coming.
We're gonna kind of look at each other, shrug, and start kind of shoveling down food. You're not sure they've tasted all of it, but it's certainly been eaten.
I will say that, Sagar seems unconcerned with whether or not they're savoring every bite. He just wants them to feel welcome.
Amarina's just gonna take, grab a lot of eggs. This temple shall fall by my hands.
I like
That seems very on brand.
Well, the fall of this particular temple shall be a delicious one at least.
Yeah, it is real good.
My sentiments exactly, Amarina.
I want to try a little of this. Smells like a hint of cinnamon in there.
It's actually clove. Quite similar to cinnamon, but a little bit spicier.
Yeah, I can see now.
I'm trying your baba ganoush.
Damn.
It's much more savory than I anticipated, actually. Ooh. There's a layered flavor to it. Feel like I'm remembering the old country with each bite. But I've never been to the old country.
What is the old country?
Well, I think for everyone who uses the phrase, it's a different place. But for me, it would probably be the territory of a dragon. The people from whence I come, they used to be living in service to a green dragon. We liberated ourselves some decades back, and I eventually found my way here to the city to find others. Others, wanderers, those lost and looking for something bigger than themselves to be a part of, like me. And I found the Temple of Kazo. Kazo herself, I feel, spoke to me, reached out a hand and invited me in. And so I do the same, reaching out a hand to others and inviting them in when it seems perhaps they could benefit from such family. I don't force anyone, of course. Everyone has to make their choices. But I find that life is a little easier when you've got people around you watching your back. He's going to pass a quick glance around the table at the others he's begun traveling with recently, lingering on Amarina since they've been together the longest.
And you'll see your new friends kind of nod in solidarity when you mention liberating yourselves.
Can you send a cucumbers? Oh. Yeah. Can you send a cucumbers? They go great with eggs.
Yes.
I never thought to try that.
What's a cucumber?
There's no cucumbers here?
No, they're there. Just one of them doesn't happen to know what one looks like.
It's the green
They look
one.
a little bit like eggplant.
Ooh,
Not
that's-
eggplant. Zucchini.
Which is a type of eggplant.
We didn't know that. Which is also tasty, but very, very different tasting from a cucumber.
If I
Which one am I watching?
Okay.
You're
I'm supposed to be
intended.
watching these guys.
Oh, the table. Yes, there.
Who looked like the one that we
Oh,
saw.
the merchant.
They're like false cognates.
Zucchini?
Eating cucumbers.
Auriculucumber.
Quit poking the poor guy in the face.
Alright. Marker spamming now.
Fun. Oh my.
You
Uh,
have the ability to turn that privilege off.
for some reason, I feel like throwing something at them over there. Like, there's just like a vibe going on.
Let's not have a food fight.
No, we're not throwing anything at him. I just had Scrapsy watching the table because he's stealthy about it. The rest of us, I didn't say anything to. Figured we would focus on the conversation with the drow.
Alright? So, while we've been having this conversation for a little bit, perhaps you'll be watching that table, maybe close enough to kind of hear what's going on there. And from what you can tell, it does seem to be just a group of 4 friends out for a drink.
It might not even be in Hubert at all.
Well, you can always ask.
Nope. I decided I would play it as if I didn't know him. Let him take the lead.
I didn't even have to pretend. I never met the guy.
Just spill a drink on him. See if he recognizes you. That'll be great. Yes.
What?
Just spill a
No,
drink
just
on him,
making
see if
jokes.
he recognizes you.
I'm just making joke suggestions. Ignore me. So,
Can't ignore all these eggs.
so cucumbers were mentioned, and Segart looked around at all the companions at the table.
Yes. He's got his little reptilian smile on. He seems quite content with the things happening at this dinner.
I don't suppose you know what happened to our stuff.
I do.
There we have it.
We do. We're prepared to give it back to you. We have every intention of doing so. Just figured that at the dinner table was probably not the right place.
Yeah, you're probably right there. Just curious where it might have ended up. You know, kind of go get it back one way or the other.
Yes, we're giving it back. No worries there. It was just, you were in such a hurry yesterday, we forgot to redistribute it to you.
What can we say? We're very enthusiastic about getting our steps in.
Yes, I can understand that. It's a big city, and it's hard to stay in shape. We all have our own ways of getting the exercise.
Yeah, we certainly have some great help and motivation on that front.
Yes. Well, we'll endeavor to keep our exercise regimens separate in the future, won't we?
Wait,
That sounds like a good idea.
but
But if I have to do any
always better with
exercise in the near future, oof. So
Yeah.
full.
Just want you to know that the Temple of Kazo is always open to anyone for any reason. So if you need a place to stay, I can make sure a room is prepared for you. But, as the High Priestess said, if you wish to talk, she is going to make time for you. There's no pressure of any kind.
Can't speak for Variel, but I certainly appreciate the offer. However, our prior experience with deities has left a bit of a taint.
I think I can understand that, given what I know, which isn't much, but if any amount of the stereotypes are to be believed, it can make for a difficult relationship, I think. Again, I'm not trying to put any pressure on you, but I do hope that I can come to understand what it is that has you employed where you are.
Well, I've covered this, but I don't mind telling you again. Steady income, place to stay, way to spend that income that doesn't involve pointed questions every single time.
Indeed. Well, while I obviously refuse to speak for the city at large, is going to gesture around him a little bit broadly with one sweeping hand. This part of town isn't going to give you pointed questions. And the rest of it can be arranged as well. I only mention it because, given our joint exercise session yesterday and the enlightening things that were discussed then, I feel like you might benefit from being offered an alternative.
I do appreciate that, and perhaps we would, but there's
Only
also the other reason.
consider it.
There's also the other reason of there are not many skills to be learned where we're from. The ones we have are used in very specific lines of work.
Always room for learning more skills, though.
Well,
Just
Yes,
recently,
but
I
that
decided
takes
to take up
gold.
singing.
the only further things I will
Hold
say.
up. Because, there's a very direct response to Pip's input.
Very good.
And who's teaching you that?
Who's teaching me that? Or who's teaching skills in general?
Like you said, you took up singing. They're asking who's teaching you.
Only my love of song.
Well, a number of anything that people would pay for requires someone to teach you, and to be able to get someone to teach you, you need to not be us.
When I learn how to punch, you can just come to a temple. Or monastery, I guess. Like,
I think that
you will
falls
get
along-
punched, but you learn how to punch back and dodge. And dodging is helpful.
I think that falls along the lines of things that they learned where they come from.
I don't know about punching, but for the odd parts, we might be better than any of you of 1-to-1, but quite the numbers advantage.
I also learned how to crochet recently. I could teach you that too,
But yeah.
but I don't know if we have enough time for that. Bird?
Feel free to
Find some stuff.
continue how you were trying to say earlier, Tristan.
Soccer, it's mostly just been sitting there and smiling pleasantly while this portion of the discussion occurs, because he's sort of left in the air, like, that there's this open invitation for them to be around here as opposed to elsewhere, and they're making all of these, protests about what they can and can't do and who they can and can't interact with. And he's not looking to argue with them, he just wants his, presence, I guess, his calm silence to speak for him, to say all of that is reasonable, but also can be handled here, He's not arguing with them, but he's using his silence to say none of that is a problem.
All right.
I mean, if you want, I can roll diplomacy to try and convey that with silence. Otherwise, I'm happy to speak if they're not convinced.
I don't think they're quite convinced, but you do see them at least considering the ideas.
Oh, yeah, I'm not ignoring them at all. I wanted to project this air of not feeling like what they're worried about is going to be a problem for the people here. But, let's see. Yeah, 13. Not a good roll. That's okay. So, failing to convince them with silence, he'd say, there are many people who are part of the Temple of Kazo, specialize in different skills, and we all share our knowledge with members of our temple, because a home, a family, all bring different things to the table. No one is good at everything. That's sort of the core of the family, right? You need other people because they do things you cannot. And so we share these skills with one another, both through offering to do these things, but also offering to teach these things. So, those who come to the temple can learn these skills. Anything to help support a family, whether it be a household and them being, the more mundane tasks of upkeeping a home, or it be the more active tasks of supporting people who rely on you, things like hunting or finding, all of these things. There are also a number of other establishments and organizations here that make use of these interconnected people. And I think that they treat people at least as well and probably better than the pricks do. I look at the two of you and I see people who want to make a life, and you found a way to begin doing that. But we also had a challenge to overcome yesterday, and I feel like that is the type of thing that will make the life you want harder to obtain. And I want to give you the chance, as I know you've already been struggling, to have what you want without the risks. Or at least with better rewards for those risks. That's what I would like to offer. And all I do is offer. Consider I offer. Go back wherever you feel safe and think about it.
But not necessarily right now. Still dinner to eat and all that.
The temple's still standing, Amarina.
Just give me
It
a
made
moment.
me dead, though.
I'll just work it out.
You're not going to be defeated by this dish, are you?
Oh no.
No, fine.
That sounds like a challenge. Pretty sure that's a challenge.
He's gonna take a scoop for himself and says, "Here, I'll help you."
The gauntlet has been thrown.
Hang on, I just need some water to get it down.
Plenty of water, plenty of water. There's nothing quite like eggs, I think. And you can blame my race for that, I'm sure many do, but I think I just love eggs. Full of everything you need. The energy for the day, the fat to keep you going, and delicious. Or where they came from.
Have you seen the price of eggs these days?
It's going up. It's like a whole gold piece for a carton now. Who can afford that?
Should I make a fortitude save to see how much, how many eggs I can eat?
Sure.
Fight the food, Amarina.
Oh. 15.
Okay.
Alright. If you make it past the first round, give me another one. Alright, just keep going until you fail.
Egging under the table. Drinking under the... It didn't work. It didn't work.
Natural 1.
Oof.
20.
Uh-oh.
Defeat.
No,
I
9.
think she's gonna...
No, turn
So-
away.
Oh. This was...
If you make it through, like, half this thing, maybe 2/3,
Wow.
but then your stomach starts to feel real bad. So, maybe bolt for a cleaner place, but something's coming out one end or the other. You're not sure which.
Oh, God.
She's going to activate Q-Rush and just rush out of the building.
You didn't have to eat all of them. You're going to keep them for others, too?
Alright, so
She's
you make it
falling
out of the
up.
building, and especially with the extra movement, you paint the wall a new shade of green
Oh.
and chunks.
Oh.
Much to the displeasure of anyone who happens to be at the vicinity.
Well, he'll be fine. I'm sure.
So
Whoa!
after about 3-4 rounds of that, anything you've eaten in the past, day, it feels like being violently marked turned to cinder.
Oh, goodness.
You just feel exhausted. You just ate and unate all that food. Whenever you want to sit, then you come back. I don't know. That's up to you. But you do not feel good by any stretch of the imagination.
Goodness gracious.
Wait, I didn't have an orange. Where did you come from? What?
Where did you come from? Amazing.
I'm gonna go prepare some tea for her when she gets back.
I think that that's probably, once you've had your fill, we can look outside. Let you go back to, wherever you please to go, actually. Back nothing.
And about our stuff?
I was trying to be subtle, yes.
Alright, well, thank you for the meal and the advice.
Of course.
Perhaps you can show us where we're going?
Yes. I will do that. Please, follow me.
I don't know if you have the stuff on you. It's like, probably it's a set of armor, you know? It's like you gotta
It's
check
all
that.
listed on my sheet, but I kind of imagine Amarina has it because she's stronger and bigger than me.
Yeah, I imagine either Amarina has it or you have it, like stashed in a room in the temple or something.
It's probably stashed somewhere.
Okay. Then.
Because, like, trying to fit a medium humanoid's breastplate and, you know, two-handed bastard sword anywhere on the body of a small creature is, like, while technically allowed, for this particular scene makes no sense.
It's not a two-handed bastard sword. By definition, that's only hand and a half.
Where'd everybody go?
Out
Just
front.
went to make some tea.
We abandoned Pip. He's gonna go, oh, right, hold on. Free for all at the head table. Anything you want to eat, it's free.
Pip scampers out of the way.
Something we'll definitely head over and check it out. Because you get some well, the drow themselves didn't get eyeballs. The food certainly did. It's not all of its standard fare.
It's not. We made some interesting stuff. I imagine there's going to be a little bit of a rush in there, and that's fine, because it means less people thinking about us.
Can I
So,
borrow this mug, or do you have a mug that I can borrow for my friend?
just bring it back.
Can do.
Actually, the reason was supposed to be
What?
give me a gold piece. You can borrow the mug. When you come back, you get the piece back.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
Amarina's been basically creating water and just like trying to get the taste of puke out of her mouth.
Yeah.
This always helps settle my stomach. A little bit of ginger tea.
So I imagine it's kind of like the. I imagine you're using your powers kind of like the dentist tool that like just squirts water in there, trying to like rinse it all out. But yeah, you guys come out and you'll see a lovely new color on the wall.
Damn, I should have taken prestidigitation.
How are you feeling, Amarina?
Sick, but also kind of hungry.
Oh my goodness. Well, we can take care of that in a bit. You need to lay down. Would you like to be escorted back to the temple? I'm heading back there to get our friend's gear.
Nah, it's fine. I'm just gonna. She's just trying to clean all the puke with her water. Out of my sight. Go away.
Very well. We'll be at the temple. Yeah, you two can follow me. Scrapsy, if you want to hang around to see if that guy leaves, I don't want to lose track of him. Or whomstever it was at the table. I guess I don't know still.
Come on, you can do it.
Nope.
Nope.
Round 2
Well-
eggs. You will not win.
Oh no.
And he, like, unrolls one of the prayer rugs, and all the stuff kind of, clatters as he hit it there. There we go. That should be all of your belongings that we
It
confiscated.
just leaves the
yesterday.
mug of tea with Amarina and kind of nods at the barkeep. The mug has been returned to your establishment, although it is still in use.
I will not be defeated by eggs.
Well, thank you for this, for returning their equipment. And I need to double check the name of the thing real quick. Monsters, Brown. Yep. Okay.
That's a new token. I like that one.
The Bariel will hold out a vial to you.
A vial?
Yes.
Okay. He's going to look at it a moment, kind of surprised to be given anything. He wasn't expecting any payment of any kind, so he's going to... But not to be rude, he'll hold out a hand for it to be dropped into. What is this?
You'll recognize it as one of the two vials of lethargy poison that they had.
Oh.
You seem to have need of alternative solutions.
We are getting ourselves on a course that will lead to problems, aren't we? Well, I accept this gift. Thank you. I do hope that you'll stick around to speak with High Priestess Suna, or come back to visit us someday. Think about everything I told you. I will never make you or expect you to do anything, but I want you to know that the temple is here for people in need, for people who have need of or want a family, and I feel like that may describe you two in a good way.
I'll think it over, but we have other business to do about tonight.
Of course. I do not wish to presume upon any more of your time. I wanted to... All of this was just to get to know you a little better and to make sure there weren't any hard feelings for us interfering with your operation yesterday. I understand that you were doing what you had been ordered to do by the pricks.
Well, I don't understand it. I do appreciate it.
There are always alternatives to what looks like the only way to survive. I'm just doing what Kazo would want me to, making sure you're aware of that.
Well, you're certainly aware now.
Then, go with Kazo's blessing if you'll have it. I do wish the best for both of you, and safety. Protect each other as a family might. I don't know your relationship, but I feel like you probably are all you have. That's family in Kazo's eyes.
You're not far off, at least.
For what it's worth, I'm glad that you were able to escape a worse situation. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, us too. As I said, we have business to be about tonight. So.
Yes, he's going to dip a bow and fold his hands, letting them depart.
They'll nod and head out. Alright. Let's remember to just make everything that ever gets named a unique token, because, yeah.
You should make sure they're unique.
It's what I'm doing right now.
Perfect.
Well, I have no intentions of making that mistake yet. Let's see. Where are they in the list? Oh,
Any movement from the target, Scrapsy?
yes. Him and his table would have kind of settled up and dispersed out the door while the others were in the temple talking.
And I'd probably still be over here.
Let's see.
So I'm just in front of the door, like watching the drow leave.
Like, and as you step out, as these guys are leaving, you're going, ugh, what happened to the wall out here?
I'm way over here. I stay completely silent about that. I know nothing.
While an attempt to be clean has certainly been made, there's still going to be residue or a bit of stench or something. But at least there won't be a long-term stain.
Marina, might you want to slow down a little bit?
No, the Eggs can't win.
Door is terrible.
I don't think you have a whole lot of say in that matter.
Should I roll a fortitude save again?
Sure.
14.
Okay, you're good. Do me a favor and roll me will save too, because it's not going to be easy to get yourself to eat all of, like, just try and go back to eating all of this if you just upchucked all of it quite violently.
Her will is strong. 25.
Okay, nope, you are hard committed to this bit. Okay.
The eggs, they can't win anything.
I won't let them win. Victory shall be mine.
They don't even have thoughts and feelings. The eggs are not gonna judge you, I promise.
They won't judge anything anymore.
Fortitude save 2.
Huh. 26.
Alright. You critically succeed, so you make it through a sizable chunk. Still gonna need, I think, 1, maybe 2 more before you've fully defeated your foe.
$20.
Success. 1
How
more.
are the other patrons, around
Like,
viewing
well,
this?
We
I've-
get 1 mulligan per session, right? Or like 1 reroll?
Yeah, you get the hero point start of session.
Yeah, hero point, yeah. Oh, that's better. 27.
Yeah. So, after like the first big roll, you're actually gonna, especially with the call to free food at the table, you guys are going to have gathered some onlookers, and they're gonna. One of them's gonna like tap him on the shoulder. What's her name?
Me? What's her name? Is that what you said?
Yep. Yes, that's what I said.
Okay, I just couldn't tell whether it was her or your. This is Marina.
They're gonna start trying to get a chant going.
Oh no, don't egg her on.
It's eggs. Of course we're going to.
Oh my god.
I can't just do a plug that good of it, like that obvious on the table.
Goodness gracious.
And so, as that, the last roll resolves, and Arena manages to finally truck through the last of the eggs, despite having difficulties for the first half. A cheer will go up from the patrons that have all begun watching, as you have now fit what looks like more food than there is space in your body into you somehow.
She will raise her fists. I
And
won.
promptly pass out on the table.
Yeah, like, does this game have something along the lines of a level of exhaustion?
I can check add condition.
Condition card. I'm gonna
There's
take a look at that.
fatigued.
Fatigued could work. I have the full list up. I double
I
check
mean,
if there's
they're
something better.
sickened.
Okay, so you probably should have had sickened regardless from the vomiting. So we're gonna give you that for at least a little bit. Probably not long enough to last to the next thing, but so you're gonna be like sickened 1 for the next hour. And I'll let you take your pick of either fatigued or clumsy. For however it is that you think you deal with having a stomach that overly full.
Gonna say fatigued. She feels like taking a like a midday nap to sleep it off.
Enfeebled would also be a choice you could take as well. But
Fatigued. I'll go with that. She feels sleepy.
sounds good.
I wanted to like train it off, but I think I want to nap it off.
I think that sounds like a safe option.
Light workouts, then nap. Got it.
Oh no, just let's drink a little tea.
I don't think I can even
Yeah.
drink anything.
Yeah, just looking at the food or drink is starting to make you feel somewhat
Yeah.
upset.
Oh, okay. Why don't we go next door and find a nice mat to lay on?
Oh, as these people
So I guess
pass
the
me
little
by, he's
bird-
gonna try to
So I was just like, excuse me.
stand out of the way and, do a quick clerical bow, say blessings of Kazo upon you.
Thank you. Hey, he's gonna say, he's actually gonna, after getting some interaction from me, he's gonna turn to the 14 to walking back with. Why don't you go ahead? I think I smell sail.
A sail. You'll find
like
the
a
clergy of
committed-
Kazo to be quite shrewd. If you've got a deal that's worth making, I am all ears.
Please. You seem to be a gentleman of means. I don't suppose you'd be interested in some of the finer fruits this side of the river? I don't have them on me now, naturally, but you seem like someone who would enjoy the finer tastes. Maybe something from further away?
I must say, it's a rare day when somebody looks at a cleric usually known for their asceticism and calls them animals. Suffice it to say that I'm intrigued by your approach when you say farther away. Where do these fruits come from that I could not get them in the marketplace?
Oh, I'm sure you could. Pretending to go to various different stalls and find them all. It's a pain, a hassle.
And you
But, I have fruits ranging from all over the continent. I put in that work for you, so that anything you want, you can get from me, and I can bring it to you, as opposed to you coming to me.
Ah, Ah, so you're offering a delivery service.
Uh-oh, we lost Thomas.
No, Thomas.
No.
You wanna wait till he comes back? What do you wanna do?
We can probably continue.
Alright. Then he's gonna kind of launch to a full sales pitch on seemingly normal but exotic fruits.
Do I roll anything to know anything about the fruits, or can I suspect that there's some deeper meaning to our discussion here?
You can roll insights. I think it still exists in this
Perception.
this system. Perception. Gosh darn it! I can never remember the names of skills. It's the one part of this I'm still doing so poorly at.
No, I had the same problem when I moved from 3.5 to 5, and even
I need
the
to
fourth.
leave like a character sheet open, and so I can see the list of skills that actually exist.
Yeah.
Is that
Okay.
happening
So-
while we're still trying to defeat the eggs, or are they,
I think defeating the eggs, and defeating the eggs, these people starting to leave, and the conversation in the temple kind of happened simultaneously.
Alright, so you want
Pretty well.
perception to try and read into what he's getting at, if he's trying to send other
Yes.
messages here. That's a 24.
24. And does history exist? Doesn't
History
look
does
like it.
exist.
It does?
Wait, I thought I just looked at it. I guess not. It would be lore, I guess. A form of lore. I only have engineering lore, though. Yeah, there's...
So then just, and if you want to know about fruits, roll me
Nature. would
Nature,
be-
society?
Nature makes much more sense. Let's do that one.
So, nature on fruits, I got a 9. Was I supposed to roll lore or society or anything like that?
No, just that. And then what was it? And I suppose I should probably be the one rolling perception.
If it's a hidden roll, if we don't know if I did well or not, I guess. I have an 8 in perception.
Alright. So you, well, you don't know a ton about all these fruits. Some of them you'll be familiar with just from having been other places. And the ones you recognize seem legit, but with no particularly deeper meaning. And as far as your insight into him goes, despite what you'd expect, there doesn't seem to be any kind of secret messaging. And,
Okay,
like, you're confident you're not, like, missing something.
I see.
And do I understand that you're to be delivering any fruits I've ordered yourself, or do you have a company that is doing the deliveries on your behalf?
I have some employees that make rounds. If you want to get things from me directly, I run the stall and send people out after those who have come to place orders less directly.
No, I only wish to remind you that the agents of Kazo are shrewd negotiators, and I'd be making this deal with you were we to make this deal, but somebody else were to show up with the offered goods. How do I know that I can trust them to have what I have asked for, that it hasn't been, pre-aged? They got the good stuff. That they're going to deliver it carefully.
They will, and if they don't, bring what you have to the carton. Either there'll be replacements or some sort of reimbursement.
And this is a new service being offered around the town. I've not heard of this delivery service before.
Not as many make use of it, as it does increase the price of things, but for those who can afford it, the convenience is quite worth it.
Trade money for time. I am familiar with such a concept, and it is appealing. Tell me, I don't know your face, and the communities in this part of town, especially around the Temple of Kazo, are quite closely knit. Are you yourself newer to our fair city?
Oh no, I've been here for years.
Yes.
Apologies, I have not introduced myself. Double check the name I have here.
Oops. Merchant.
Please, I'm Robert, but call me Bert.
But there you
Are
go.
we within range of this at this point?
Assuming
We
you
have
can
been, I've been shepherding Amarina back to the temple.
Yeah, you would have at least been able to hear that.
Robert, Bert, you said. You may call me Saggart. I am a cleric of Kazo. Let's say that I am interested in your services. I would first need to consult with the others of the temple to find what fruits they need. Could I encourage you to find me here again tomorrow in exchange for this silver piece to take the order then?
I'm not sure I personally could be here tomorrow, but I can send my best delivery associate.
You have many places around the town that call need for you.
Well, I need to be running the store personally tomorrow.
I see. Very well.
Well, or most days. But unless you'd like me to stop by in the evening, but that will slow down how quickly I get things to you.
The evening will be fine. It will give me time to make sure I've gotten the requests of all of the clergy here before you arrive. That way your order can be more complete and accurate.
Very well.
I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Bert.
Where is your stall, Bert, in case we want to come say hi during the day? Check things out
Downtown in the
first.
market. I think I saw a lot of you getting lunch there once. Well, nearby, not my stop specifically.
And that's the only place you do business?
Yes, you seem confused. Have you met one of my brothers?
Ah. Is that who that was?
I don't know. You're not being particularly clear.
Are you all Berts? We did meet a Hubert.
Ugh. Hubert. Ugh.
Black sheep.
I can understand your comprehension then, and I imagine yours as well.
I have
he's
no
the
idea what's going on at all. I have never met a Hubert.
black sheep of the family, if you will.
I know a thing or two about that.
My only business was to secure your business. You have my silver piece. I shall see you tomorrow evening, Bert. None of the rest of this concerns me.
But,
Zaggart, the temple has fallen.
Is Bert attempting to say anything else?
yes, he was trying to say, but it's one of the Huberts has a few less scruples than the rest of the family. So if you've had dealings with him, I do apologize. There's not much I can do with that about it.
Oh, that's alright. I think he has his
It's
own,
a small enough problem and clever enough he stays out of too much trouble, but he can still have upset some people.
I think he has his own, unique things to offer. Some, more helpful and some less. But some helpful.
Well, if he's of help to you, I'm glad to hear that. But
Does he have any, like, reaction to this?
I don't.
I'm keeping a close eye on him to see
So
what
restate what, like, if you could restate your statement, I'd appreciate that. Make sure I'm going with the right information here.
I said something along the lines of, I think he has his own unique things to add to offer. Some more helpful, some less.
Well, when you say some things are helpful, I will kind of raise an eyebrow at that. But nothing really short of that.
Okay. What should we be on the watch for then? Just to make sure that, you know, we don't fall for anything.
Just fact check them and you'll be fine.
Well, thanks for your assistance, Bert. I get persistence.
So, in short, verify, then trust.
Verify, then trust. Nodding appreciatively. And then, well, I guess we'll see you tomorrow then. I probably will be around here also with Sagart.
Perhaps I'll make 2 sales that day then.
Perhaps. Pip
It
says
seems
unconvincingly.
I don't wish to keep you, and I think my friend might be waiting on me. So, good evening.
Good evening. How would we doing?
Well, I've got her to lay down on one of the mats. Think she's going to sleep it off. I
Yeah.
perhaps shouldn't have challenged her to take down the temple.
But I did.
Think.
The temple has fallen. Well
Yes.
done. Well done.
Yeah, Pip's giving you a look. Yes, he did splendidly.
My body told me no, but that's. I'm not gonna lose to my body either.
You did not mention, Pip, that you had met Bert before. When we were
one of the
watching
people.
him at the table earlier.
He was one of the people we told you.
Then
Well,
why
I tried
did
to
you
anyway.
then why did you approach when I was talking to him?
We approached at the end, and it actually wasn't him. It was a different Bert, apparently. But that was the other thing, was that... Remember, we told you that weird thing he said at the end of, oh, and if you see me, don't assume it's me. I need
Yes,
to make
well.
sure that it wasn't actually him.
I mean,
Did
I
that-
don't believe that it was a different person than the one you met.
I'm not 100% sold either way.
But it seems like it would be easier to verify things were this person not to associate us.
That's always next week.
We do have plenty of time.
Well, excuse me for not wanting to have to the full space-time fail again. Failure sounds painful.
Well, excuse me for not being a mind reader.
Yes, you're forgiven.
It blares and goes to the other side of the room. Hurls a rug over here. Looks at the fire.
I think it's very likely that they're all the same person, just trying to convince people it's a group of Berts. Far too convenient to lie. You'd have to catch them in the same place to know he wasn't lying.
Well, maybe Scrapsy can tell us if he showed any signs of recognition. I didn't see any.
Is Scrapsy still watching him?
He would be. Keeping an eye.
Are you following him? 'Cause he's gone.
What's this?
Are you following him, Crapsy?
No.
Oh. Are you coming here to us?
Yeah, give me a second.
And you know what? Another thing. Could have seen us together in the restaurant anyway.
Possibly.
Anyway, Scrapsy, did he seem like he noticed us at all? Before stopping to talk to Saggart.
Did I notice anything?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Seems to just be having food and drink with friends.
Anyway, why don't you tell us how that conversation started anyway?
With Bert.
He is the topic of conversation after all.
Making sure. Rather abruptly, I was seeing off the drow after returning their gear and trying to implore them one more time to consider all that we had told them about, the standing offer to remove themselves from the pricks and come to this temple. I don't want to reveal the connection with the family, but I'm certain that if they feel they have only one skill set, they would find a place with the family. And it as I was standing in the temple doorway, waving goodbye, that the man passed by. And as with anyone who passes in proximity of the temple while I am standing there, I offer the blessings of Kazo. Very normal. Nothing more meaning behind that. But the man decided to stop and try to make a sale, saying that I looked like a man of means, which I found quite laughable, as my experience has gone, clerics of temples are not usually in possession of great sums of wealth under themselves. The temples, of course, are well funded by the patronage, but the individual priest is not one the tree one might normally bark up. So, intrigued by his tack, I allowed him to speak. And he pitched a plan to deliver goods from the market to here to save me or whomsoever among the clergy is tasked with fetching the day's needs. That trip for a nominal fee. And given that you had told me of a person like this, he had been at the table with the others who were suspicious to our drow friends, I figured I would make sure I had further opportunities to find out if this man knows anything about what we're here for. That is why I engaged him tomorrow at the cost of a silver piece. Now, if you are correct, and he is not the same person, then I'm out a silver piece. But if I am correct, and he is in fact one of these liaisons to the cult, then maybe we can entrap him in that information and get what we need to save the city.
Wait, liaisons to the what?
Cults?
Oh, I heard count.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Count.
different. I'm like, who the hell is the count? Where
The
did we find out
Count.
about that thing?
He's good at
Anyway.
counting coins.
During the beginning of your speaking, Pip was very slowly eyebrow creeping up their forehead. Of really, you thought it was odd he pinned you for a man of means
Yes.
after you proffered a whole table full of food to anyone who wanted it.
There was the bounty of Kazo, but I take your meaning.
And wielding a weapon with runes, or this rune singular etched into it.
True. I hardly think about the weapon.
But at any rate-
It's a symbol of my station.
I mean, both things could be true.
Again,
Could be.
like I said, I took your meaning. You are correct, and I was mistaken on that count.
Well, I was just gonna say he could be a different person and still be a suliaison. Doesn't necessarily have to be they're different people and therefore you lost a silver coin for no reason.
I suppose that is also correct. But if they are just different people, then the possibility still remains that one brother is entrenched in the cult, and the others, in case there's more than just the two, are
Oh, there
not.
certainly are more than just the two.
Oh, good. We're going to be overrun with birds ere long.
Oh, darn, I was gonna ask him if they were all a variation of Bert.
I am confident that whether or not this is one man or many, we will find that they are all Bert.
I'm wondering how many more Berts there are. Robert Hubert.
You could have asked.
Bertrand.
So, for the sake of the players, because I think they'll find it amusing, there are 8.
Somebody went on a website to find out how many variations of the name Bert there are.
No, this is very much a character I'm stealing from a book that I like that just kind of fit.
At any rate.
And there's a difference between Bertrand and Bertram.
He's not wrong.
Oh, 4 at least.
At any rate, I did also think from the start that they could all be the same person. That was kind of why I wanted to get a sense for whether he had any reaction to seeing me. He did seem to come quite quickly to the conclusion that I had met one of his brothers, or did he say brothers or did he say family members?
I
He
think
said brothers.
He said brothers.
Yes,
So-
it must be a common occurrence that people meet different Berts, but I'm still convinced that it's just him putting on different guises.
Well, they're not very different guises.
Guise in this
Pretty
case
much
meaning
exactly
his
the same.
backstory more than his face.
And his items to be sold.
Yes, this one wanted to sell me fruit, but he wasn't selling me the fruit. He wanted to deliver me fruit. He wanted to sell me the delivery.
Well, if he comes straight to the stand, he sells just the fruit. But if he comes here, he sells you the
With
delivery.
bonus of delivery. I think we should check out his fruit regardless. Or maybe 2 of us check out the fruit and 2 of us go to see Hubert.
Do you have any suspicion that the fruit he's selling is suspect?
I wasn't there for most of that conversation, so, but if he's anything like his brother, even though he tried to sell me on the fact that Hubert is particularly lacking in scruples.
Magically modified fruit to get people addicted.
Well, if the fruit is suspect, I'm not inspecting it. I'm full.
Do you need any citrus to help with that scurvy?
Scurvy?
The throwing up.
I don't want anything right now.
Oh. That's actually good to hear. I was worried when you said you wanted to eat more. You didn't eat more while I was away from you, did you?
Pip is glaring now, full on glaring. Where did you think we were?
Like I said, I defeated the temple. It's all gone.
Oh my goodness. That was for other people.
All the
They,
other
they
people
started
have
cheering
their
and
fill.
chanting my name, so I mean, I was doing something right.
Yeah, I thought a little too late that maybe I could make bets on it. Get us some coin.
I'm going to fetch a bin and some water for you. I feel like you're going to need it.
Oh, my body just needs to burn it. Come on.
I don't
She
think.
starts doing push-ups.
Don't do
No,
push-ups.
no, no,
You're
no,
going
no.
to make yourself sick. Sicker.
Just lay like this.
Come on, turn it into energy.
No. It'll do it on its own. Just give it time.
Right. Here's several glasses of water. Put them over here. And if you feel sick again, throw up into this, not on the prayer rugs.
I'll drink it eventually. No, nothing now.
It's just going to, like, lay a small clawed hand on your forehead, like, trying to feel how hot you are, if it's just, like, become feverish or anything. He's very cold-blooded, so his scales are cold.
That's actually nice and cool.
Oh. Well, alright. He's just going to, like, settle down there and just lay his hands upon your forehead.
You can accomplish the same thing with cool, damp cloths. And Pip will in fact get up and find some cool water. And then get lost. They have no idea where there's cool water.
Tristan, I have sent you a DM.
Oh.
Oh dear. I feel left out.
Yours will probably be in a session or two.
Oh dear. I feel concerned.
Oh, I think I actually have a great idea. Just like bring some buckets. I'll try to just like make lots of water and maybe that like does something.
No. Sip. Just small sips.
No sips right now. Nothing. I might puke.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna try and drink all of the water.
Oh, no. Make water. Expel energy.
Making water would be a low physical exertion. That would probably help.
I mean, I can channel and make like water, so I thought maybe I could use like that energy and like get rid of the eggs.
Convert the eggs to
Still
energy,
not
expel the
100%
energy.
certain that's quite how that works, but you can certainly try it. You're not very good at being mother, paternal, parental.
That's okay. That's what Sagar does. He tries to be group dad.
It did their best. I'm having a lot of fun zooming my camera through the windows. I just wanted you guys to know that.
Did you ever get answered earlier, Scrapsy, about if what like any read you got on that guy?
I
You-
was told I didn't really get anything, I think.
Yeah, you do get things, you just didn't get anything suspicious.
Hmm.
Like, he seems to just be a guy enjoying drinks and food with friends.
A guy.
Just a guy. I am just a poor guy, though my story is seldom told.
I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. Monstrosity, right?
Monstrosity.
Okay, good.
In this life of this monstrosity.
I don't know why it doesn't sound right to me right now.
Duty. Will you easy come, easy go. Will you let me go?
You should be locked. No! I'm not letting you go.
Let me go.
Anyway. It really is so much fun zooming through these windows. You gotta try it.
Did it just not like that roll, or was it running out of power? It's fine now. Weird.
I can't train my body right now because reasons, but I can train something else. She's gonna basically make water and try to turn it into ice. And then just like make small like frozen water balls. I just
Yes.
throw them in the room.
The throwing is unnecessary, but that's very good, yes. You're getting very good at the ice.
I hope so. I don't want to freeze my arms again.
Or mine.
Yeah.
You're getting quite good at it. Quite quickly, in fact. I'm very glad that they've been so helpful at the monastery.
Yeah, this kind of thing came quickly, but got the hang of it mostly, I think. Oh, no, wait, no, this froze on my hand. Nope. Off.
Water, go away.
I smelt away.
The discovery of the mantras was key to your control of it.
It helps. Do we have any other plans? Like, you were gonna look at the weird fruits or something?
Out of character, I'm dealing with a mechanics thing off screen. In character, we did the thing that my character was most concerned about today, which was the dinner. Because the guy was in the room, he couldn't be direct about his questions to the drow about the cult. They also seemed not to know very much. I was hoping that they might have asked some questions after we left them, but I don't think they did. So he's kind of playing the long game with the drow, trying to get them away from the pricks and over to the temple or to the family, but that's sort of just a side thing. It's less related to our main quest than I originally hoped it would be. But that's just how it goes sometimes. It means that we have a lead on these Burts floating around the city. One of the Burts is tied to the cult. We just need to find the right one.
Probably the Hubert. He was where the drow originally directed me to. Or it's all the birds. Or perhaps a subset of the birds. Or the one bird. So many possibilities to choose from.
Almost figured out the mechanic thing.
Oh, so, I mean, it's worth.
I'm sorry, were you talking to one of us when you were talking just now, Derek?
As more to me, sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. it didn't come through clearly, so I'm like, was that information I'm supposed to know?
Okay, so mechanical thing has been decided. So as you guys have kind of been discussing in things in kind of the main hall of the Temple of Kazo, you'll see Segart's halo begin to glow brighter
Oh.
as a wave of healing begins to emanate from him out towards Amarina and you two as well. One moment while I grab the.
You see, he's just sort of
doors.
focusing on trying to help Amarina feel better, so he doesn't seem to notice it. Not at first, especially because it's above his head. Maybe the area lightened up around him, but he doesn't seem to notice that.
Aziz, light.
Aziz!
Thank you, Aziz.
So I have sent you the ability, and I'll send you a book and page over here in a second, in case you want to look up the actual entry yourself at some point.
Oh, that's much better. Thank you, Aziz.
Do we feel anything from this? Sorry, flickering.
You would regain hit points. Do you want to roll it, or should I?
I don't think I'm missing any hit points.
I don't mean what, but you would, at the very least, feel kind of more invigorated, even if you don't have the space for those hit points to go. I don't imagine any of you are actually missing any. But,
I can roll them. It's fun to roll dice.
so, while it can't exactly heal you, Marina, you do at least feel in less pain. You have been given the magical equivalent of aspirin.
Or Tums. Pepto-Bismol!
You're glowing. I don't know what you're doing, but it's helping.
Glowing? Oh, goodness. I do feel different, don't I?
I know that the halo has always just sort of floated above him, an aspect, of his birth that is just he doesn't even really think about most of the time. But if he looks up, does it follow the dome of his skull, or can he actually see it?
I think it depends on if he wants to see it.
I like that.
I think that's like an option he can do.
So I guess at this point, like normally it follows the dome of his skull and it's completely out of his line of sight. But at this moment, it stays still as he peers up at it.
Like how you can see your nose if you pay attention to it?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
So yeah, it stays still as he looks up and goes, "Oh my, Kazo has, via my father, bestowed another gift upon me, it seems."
Your father.
I never knew the man, but he was an angel of Kazo. At least, that is what I choose to believe. He was an angel. I'm hopeful he was of Kazo. That is the reason for my somewhat less kobold-like features. The hair, the halo. Most kobold don't boast such things on their person, as I do. It has long been a dream of mine to find this divine creature. Bestowed these gifts upon me, but none really ever knew him, least of all me. And it hasn't been necessary for my life to pursue it. More a fancy, a hope. Keeps me going.
Yeah, you're kind of like me in a way.
Oh?
Like, you have, like, weird things from, you know, like, other places.
Yes.
And I do too. Water.
This is true. We both have been bestowed gifts by our heritage. Perhaps it is one more facet that makes our relationship so easy.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't strain yourself to talk, though. Just rest, Amarina. Who defeated a temple today. Job.
I sure did.
Sure did. We should, he says, turning back to the other two, think about what our next move is, since we may have a lead, but at the moment it's not a good lead with this bird. And I don't think we're likely to get anything else out of our drow friends. We need a new lead. There are other members of the Pricks. If the Pricks are the closest thing the cult has to allies, that could be a way in, but we'd have to insert ourselves in a Prick operation. And as we already tried that once... Wait a minute. Isn't that house supposed to be getting knocked over today? Tonight?
Oh, is that tonight?
I think it is.
Wasn't
Well, they
sure
can't
if
say
we
with
had a-
exact certainty. It does seem to be the information they had access to. So, in short, all signs point to yes.
I'm going to check the cabinets to see if we have anything that might help settle the stomach.
Don't worry, just give me like an hour. I
Hmm.
think I'm good.
So, perhaps that is something we wish to look into tonight. The mansion. It's our only other
Better
lead
for
that
us
I know.
than the mines.
Yeah, maybe they have some nice stuff.
Maybe they have some nice stuff. It is a mansion, after all.
They have some nice stuff that we want to stop the pricks from stealing.
Yes, absolutely. We don't want the pricks to have it.
I want me to have it.
Well, let's start with your stomach having calmness. I don't know where I was going with that. Having its rest? Having its rest. We'll go with that.
Alright. if you're looking for ways to try and help her, are you looking for like mundane ingredients to try and use medicine, or are you trying to see if there are any like potions or scrolls somewhere in the temple that you can make use of?
I'm only just seeing the gifs. Staring at the person through the restaurant.
So, Tristan,
Yes, sorry.
you said you were looking for help for Arian's stomach. Were you looking for like more?
Oh,
Ingredients
I
that
figured
you
we
can
might
hand
have some
for-
kind of herbal remedy of some kind, you know, something akin to something that might be a source of, I don't know, like quinine or something that can help settle the stomach. Oh, quinine is
Ginger ale and
antiparasitic.
crackers.
Yeah, ginger ale and crackers.
Yeah, there'll probably be something, or there might be something in your medical kit. So roll me a medicine check while I pull up the skill entry to see if there's anything that actually already deals with this condition, because it's sickened. So it would make sense if there's already something for that.
I'm gonna use my hero point because that was a terrible roll.
I mean, there is something sickened. It's usually to try to throw it up. But she's not gonna do that. She won. She's not gonna lose it.
Okay, that's a significantly better roll. Medicine, that is a 27.
27. I am inclined to say you just do it, because I believe that'd be a critical success for any reasonable DC at this level.
Yeah. For stabilizing, that's a critical success.
But I just got to the skills page, so give me 1 second to take a peek at medicine.
Okay. Looks like Drew has drifted off.
So that would help see as well. Points. So yeah, this will be my default. So I make up my own thing, and so for a non-combat acquired debuff like this, at the very least, that will, I would say, a success would have cut her duration to half. So I'm going to say this quarters it. So she's feeling significantly better, and will probably be fine in a good 15 minutes or so.
Alright. I find some things I say here. Nibble on this, and sip on this just a little.
I'll try.
There you go.
Thanks.
But if anyone tries to get her to eat anything in the next few hours, I'm going to make that condition come right back.
No more food for you the rest of the night.
I don't want to look at food for the rest of the night.
I want crackers now.
So since the next course of action seems to be
Go to the house.
head to the house,
Yeah.
and we have 11 minutes, and I absolutely need to use the restroom sometime before those 11 minutes end, I guess we call the session here, because I don't have the house fully
Yeah.
rigged.
I think that's flat. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to use the restroom because I cannot hold this much longer.
Okay. Calling session. So.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream. Hello, Wyndon.
Bye.
Bye.